Can ChatGPT beat a playthrough of Pokemon Fire Red? This is the question that I asked on the very first video of this series, and after 17 more videos over the course of the majority of the year, with many painstaking fights due to the volatility of ChatGPT, today we will finally answer that question. As we make our way through Victory Road, I want to mention a new feature introduced onto ChatGPT which I just got access to a few weeks ago, and I'll be utilizing it for the Elite Four fight in order to have any sort of chance of making it through to the end. ChatGPT has introduced a memory feature, which I've used to teach Smart a few basic concepts. I made ChatGPT remember his persona of Smart, so hopefully no more breaking down. Smart now remembers his team composition and each teammate's movesets. Smart knows that the Elite Four is a gauntlet, which we cannot leave to heal up during, so in order to make it through, he will have to tell me to heal up using items at the end of a battle. I also threw in that there's a Pokemart at the entrance of the Elite Four in order to stock up before we enter. And finally, Smart also now knows to ask me to do out-of-battle tasks at the end of the battle, after I've told him that we've defeated the trainer or a wild Pokemon. These tasks are such as healing and swapping out our team's positions. I didn't want to go too crazy on the memory feature for now, because I believe that would change Smart's persona too much. The main thing I wanted to accomplish with this is him remembering his persona, and I also wanted him to remember to heal between battles on the Elite Four, so we're not stuck on this until we're level 80. Now, let's get back to what's going on in Victory Road, and see how good this new memory feature actually works. We were fighting Cool Trainer Rolando, who had a pretty stacked team. Smart squared off with Blaze versus their Charizard, to prove who had the superior Charizard. Once Rolando's Charizard went down, Smart swapped in Bolt to take on his Wartortle, taking it down easily with a single Thunderbolt. Smart chose to keep in Bolt after that to face off against Rolando's Ivysaur, but it wasn't really accomplishing a lot, using Thunderbolt for not effective damage.
Bolt, you're not having the best luck with type advantages today. Let's switch things up. Gus, it's your turn. Use Aerial Ace and show Ivysaur what flying power really looks like.
The timing of that swap worked out pretty well. We got to swap him for free due to Ivysaur using Synthesis and healing up, and then Gus was able to finish off the Ivysaur on the next turn with a super effective Aerial Ace. Smart kept in Gus for Rolando's last Pokemon, a Charmeleon, and was able to feint it after 2 Aerial Aces, winning us the battle.
That's how it's done. Rolando couldn't handle the might of our team.
We went up, and then immediately back down the ladder after the fight against Rolando to reset the boulder on the northeast corner of the room, in order to pick up the TM for Dragon Claw.
Let's teach it to Blaze. Replace Metal Claw with Dragon Claw. Blaze doesn't need Metal Claw anymore when it can have a powerful Dragon-type move instead.
After a quick stop at the Poké Center to heal back up, we continued onto the second floor of Victory Road. After pushing the boulder into place, we opened up the path to the next trainer, Black Belt Daisuke. We started off the battle with Fury in the lead, who was nearly one-shot on the first turn to Machoke's Revenge. But since Fury outspeeds, we managed to feint Machoke on the next turn, leaving Fury on life support with Machop coming out next.
Fury's on a roll. Keep it up. Another brick break should take care of that Machop swiftly.
Wait, but he's nearly faint. Okay, I guess. Fury wasn't able to one-shot the Machop, leaving him open to a submission, and was fainted.
Damn it, Fury.
With Fury down, Smart brought in Gust and finished off Machop with an Aerial Ace. Smart kept Gust in for Daisuke's final Machoke, and fainted it with 2 more Aerial Aces.
That's how it's done. Rolando couldn't handle the might of our team.
A little further ahead, we ran into Juggler Nelson, to which Stinger was now conveniently in the lead for against Nelson's Drowsy. Stinger was able to OHKO his Drowsy with a Twin Needle, but then Nelson sent in a Hypno, and Twin Needle was just shy of fainting it, allowing Hypno to get a super effective Psychic off, which I'm honestly surprised didn't one-shot Stinger. Smart finished off this Hypno with another Twin Needle, and Nelson sent in a Kadabra. Stinger survived the first turn, with Smart choosing to try to recover some HP with a Giga Drain, and Kadabra wasting its turn using Roleplay to uselessly copy Stinger's Swarm ability. But we weren't so lucky on the next turn, with Kadabra hitting a Psychic and fainting Stinger. Smart put Bolt in to finish off Kadabra with a Thunderbolt, and fainted his next Kadabra with a second Thunderbolt, which won us the battle. But at what cost? We'd only battled 2 trainers since we healed, and already had 2 of our Pokemon fainted. Things were not looking that great, but Smart decided to continue on for now. The next trainer on the floor promised us a good time, but then didn't follow through after Bolt smited his Golduck with a Thunderbolt. So we continued on, defeating the final juggler on the floor, collected the TM for Hail, and then continued to the next floor. Oh hey, an item on the ground. This couldn't be a trap, right? Oh crap. Full Trainer George's team was stacked. We got lucky with his first Pokemon being an Exeggutor, but even a super effective fly couldn't take it out. And then after George healed up with a super potion, he swapped out to an Electrode.
Clever move, George, but we'll adapt. Gus, switch tactics. Use Aerial Ace on Electrode and let's take down this path. Moving ball of electricity.
Ah, yes. Switching from one flying move to another against an electric Pokemon. Genius. But Electrode hit first with a Spark and fainted Gust. Smart put Blaze in next, finished off the Electrode with a Flamethrower, and then Exeggutor came back into play, which was a terrible move by
Use Dragon Claw on Exeggutor and show George why we're the ones to beat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because why wouldn't we use a super effective Flamethrower when we could waste 3 turns on Dragon Claw, get paralyzed, and lose nearly half of our HP? George sent out a Sandslash next, which Smart kept blazing for. Smart really tried his best on this one, and remembered that flying types are immune to ground. He tried for some weak wing attacks, which gave Sandslash the opportunity to hit us with a couple Swifts, which took Blaze out. But with Blaze down, Smart sent an Aqua next and easily finished off the Sandslash with a super effective Surf. George's next Pokemon was the Cloyster, which Smart decided to continue Surf spamming despite it being not effective. But Aqua is such a powerhouse that 2 Surfs were still enough to take him down, leaving George with just an Arcanine, which Surf...
Bolt, it's your turn. Use Thunderbolt and let's electrify that Arcanine.
Okay, I'm starting to believe Smart's just trolling me at this point. Bolt's first Thunderbolt wasn't enough to take out Arcanine, allowing him to get a big hit on Bolt with a takedown. But Bolt survived the hit, and then took down Arcanine on the next turn. That damn item better have been worth it. God damn it. Alright, that confirms it. I'm being trolled today. With 4 out of our 6 Pokemon fainted after that fight, we used Bolt to dig out of there and flew back to Viridian City to heal up before continuing on with the rest of the floor. Back inside, we took the final cool trainer on the floor down without much issue, and then headed down the ladder to pick up the guard spec, and then took on Pokemaniac Dawson. Stinger was back in the lead at this point, which was not a great matchup for Dawson's Charmeleon.
Stinger! Use Giga Drain against Charmeleon to start draining its health and healing yourself.
Okay, I will use the Grass move, Giga Drain, against the Fire Pokemon, Charmeleon.
Stinger, watch out for type advantages. Let's switch tactics. Use Twineedle to try and hit Charmeleon where it hurts.
Twineedle did more than I expected before Dawson's Charmeleon roasted Beedrill with a second Flamethrower, but Smart brought out Aqua next and washed away the Charmeleon with a super effective Surf. Dawson brought his own Lapras out next, and all strategy went out the window on this one. Surf got walled by Water Absorb, and then Psychic was doing okay damage, but we got confused, which prompted Smart to switch to Ice Beams. But do you know what move Smart didn't use against the Lapras? If you guessed Shockwave, you'd be correct. With neither side making much progress, Dawson's Lapras eventually used Parashong, which eventually forced us both to swap out. Smart sent in Gus while Dawson sent in Lickitung, who we took out pretty easily with a few aerial aces. Dawson then sent out Lapras for his final Pokemon.
Let's handle Lapras the same way, using Aerial Ace to capitalize on its weakness.
Since Lapras was weakened from earlier, our aerial ace managed to take him out for the win. Further ahead, we ran into 2 more cool trainers, the first being Colby with an all-water team. We took out his Kingler with a few Dragon Claws from Blaze, and then sent Bolt in to clean up the rest of his team. Unfortunately, Bolt ran out of Thunderbolt PP while finishing off his Seadra, prompting Smart to swap back in Blaze against a Blastoise. Blaze tanked a Water Gun on the first turn, bringing him into the red, and I thought Smart was for sure going to white out on this fight. But luckily, Blastoise popped a Rain Dance on the next turn, allowing us to finish him off with a Dragon Claw for the win.
Great job! You've defeated Colby. Keep pushing forward through Victory Road.
Oh god, I'm honestly not sure if we can. Okay, I guess. Cool Trainer Caroline's up next, sending in a Bellsprout against Blaze.
Let's take down Caroline's Bellsprout. What move would you like Blaze to use?
No, god damn it. I guess the new memory feature on ChatGPT isn't quite perfect yet. Smart, you have to decide. It is a grass Pokemon, though.
Let's go with Dragon Claw to swiftly take down Bellsprout.
Yeah, okay. Dragon Claw hit and fainted Bellsprout. Caroline sending in a Weeping Bell next.
Great! What's your next move against Weeping Bell?
Smart kept on asking for my move between each Dragon Claw, while I got more and more depressed that we might actually lose to a Grass Trainer with a Charizard. Eventually, I got sick of it and told him he needs to choose all of the moves. That seemed to have worked, because after Weeping Bell went down, Smart managed to take out the Victory Bell without asking again. Caroline then sent out Parasect, which hit us with a Spore, which annoyingly broke Smart again.
Blaze has been put to sleep by Spore from Parasect.
Yes, I literally just said that. How do you want to deal with the situation?
We have a couple of options. Wait it out. Or if we have an Awakening or full heal, we can use it to wake Blaze up immediately. What do you want to do?
I don't need advice, I need you to make a decision.
Let's use an Awakening to wake Blaze up immediately and continue the battle.
Okay, Blaze woke up, and Parasect used Slash, bringing Blaze down to less than a quarter HP. And then on the next turn, Dragon Claw hit and fainted Parasect. Maybe we will beat this fight after all. Caroline sent in a Paras next, and if you hadn't already guessed, Smart used Dragon Claw on it, which was just short of fainting it, which allowed him to get a Stun Spore off.
Blaze's speed will be lowered.
Yeah, I know. What do you want to do?
Let's go with Dragon Claw again to finish off Paras.
Despite the paralysis, we still outsped and took out Paras, defeating Caroline.
Great job!
All alone without Smart, I scoped out the area so I could give our new Smart the details of our current dire situation. There were 2 more optional trainers on this floor and 1 mandatory trainer right in front of the exit on the next floor. As much as I wanted to skip the 2 optionals, this is Smart's run and we have to abide by its decisions. So I went back to the stairs and informed Smart of the trainers and our team's deplorable status.
Let's play it smart. Use those healing items to get our team back in fighting shape. We need everyone at their best before we take on any more trainer.
Alright, I've healed up the team, and what about the trainers?
Let's head straight for the mandatory trainer. No need to risk unnecessary battles when we're this close to the finish line.
We got to the end and... wait, this isn't a trainer. Hey Smart, this guy wants to congratulate us for reaching the end of Victory Road, and wants to teach us Double Edge as a reward.
Given our team, Fury could benefit from Double Edge as a strong normal type attack to replace Strength.
Okay, well, Strength is an HM, so I'll have to go to the move deleter, and then come back to get it.
Alright, since we can't drop Strength right now, and we might want to keep our current movesets for the upcoming battles, let's skip learning Double Edge for now.
And finally, we had made it to Indigo Plateau. However, we are disgustingly underleveled. I talked it over with Smart, and he decided he wanted to get the whole team up to level 55 before taking on the Elite Four. So after some 10x emulator speed shenanigans, the team was finally ready to take on the ultimate challenge. While buying items during preparation, I discovered that we had 2 rare candies and a Quick Claw, which Smart used to level up Stinger and Gust to 56, and then gave the Quick Claw to Fury, which completed our preparations. So now, our final lineup is Aqua the level 55 Lapras, Volt the level 55 Raichu, Blaze the level 55 Charizard, Stinger the level 56 Beedrill, Gust the level 56 Pidgeot, and Fury the level 55 Primeape. With nothing left to do, Smart and I walked in and began the fight with Lorelei. Lorelei began the fight with a Dugong while we led in with Aqua.
Let's start by using Shockwave to take advantage of Dugong's water typing.
Shockwave was super effective and was doing just under a third of Dugong's HP each hit, while Dugong just threw the fight. It set up a Hail on the first turn, used a not effective Surf on the next turn, and then set up a safeguard on the third turn.
Almost there. Since Dugong is on the brink of fainting, let's finish it off with a Psychic. That way we can conserve our remaining Shockwave pep for the rest of Lorelei's team.
Unfortunately, Lorelei used a full restore before we could finish off her Dugong. But after another 3 Shockwaves, we were able to take it out without taking too much damage in the process. Lorelei is sending in a Cloyster next.
Let's keep using Shockwave for now and see how much damage we can deal before deciding if a switch is needed.
Shockwave was hitting much harder on Cloyster, dealing 3/4 of its HP, while Cloyster just used its turn to set up spikes.
Good damage. Since Cloyster is on the verge of fainting and has set up spikes, let's finish it off with another shockwave. We don't want to switch Pokemon right now, so it's best to deal with Cloyster while Aqua is still in.
Cloyster used Protect and was protected against Shockwave.
Looks like Cloyster is trying to stall. Let's use Psychic this time. It should still be effective and hopefully get past Cloyster's Protect.
Cloyster used Protect again and stopped our Psychic. Man, why the hell does Double Protect never seem to fail when NPCs do it?
Cloyster is really trying to stall us out. Let's use Surf this time. It's a strong move and should get through Cloyster's Protect if it tries it again.
Surf was not effective, but it hit and fainted Cloyster. Lorelei sending in a Slowbro next.
Slowbro is a Water Psychic type. Since Aqua's Psychic will be effective, let's use that move.
Well, no. Psychic wasn't effective and did very little damage. Slowbro then used Surf, which was also not effective and also did not do that much damage.
Looks like Slowbro is pretty tanky. Let's switch to Ice Beam. It's a super effective move against Slowbro's water typing and should deal significant damage.
Can I see some sources for that info? Because it looks like it wasn't effective again. And then Slowbro hit back with another not effective Surf.
Since neither of Aqua's stab moves are working well, it might be best to switch to a different Pokemon. Let's switch to Blaze. Blaze's fire-type moves should be effective against Slowbro's water typing.
Yeah, sure. Blaze was swapped in, and Slowbro used a Yawn on the swap. If we attack on the next turn, we'll fall asleep.
In that case, let's switch to Bolt. Bolt's electric-type moves might not be super effective, but will avoid Blaze falling asleep and can use Thunderbolt to chip away at Slowbro's age.
Seriously? What material was ChatGPT trained on for Pokemon type effectiveness? Slowbro used Surf on the swap, hitting Bolt for about half of his HP, and then on the next turn, Bolt hit with Thunderbolt, which was super effective, and fainted Slowbro. Lorelei sending in a Lapras next.
Lapras is a Water Ice type, so Thunderbolt is a solid choice here.
Thunderbolt did half of Lapras' HP on the first turn, and then Bolt took a Surf, which, luckily, he survived on 4 HP, allowing Smart to take Lapras out on the next turn with a second Thunderbolt. Bolt is down to just 4 HP, and Lorelei is sending out a Jinx next.
Bolt's low on HP, so let's switch to a healthier Pokemon. Let's bring in Gust. Jinx is weak to flying, type moves, so Wing Attack should be effective.
Jinx was not weak to Wing Attack, but it did pretty good damage for over half of her HP. Jinx used Lovely Kiss and put Gust to sleep.
Let's switch to Fury to handle this situation. Fury can use Rock Slide to deal good damage to Jinx.
Jinx used Attract on the swap, which infatuated Fury, but he was able to attack anyways, hitting the Rock Slide for super effective damage and fainting Jinx on the next turn. Lorelei is out of Pokemon, and you have defeated your first Elite Four trainer.
Excellent work. Lorelei is down, and we're one step closer to victory. Take a moment to heal up and prepare for the next challenge.
Smart swapped in Blaze before beginning our next battle against Bruno, who sent in an Onix for his first Pokemon.
Blaze's Flamethrower will be highly effective against his Pokemon as it's weak to fire.
Yeah, so about that. Flamethrower was not effective, but it still did about half of Onix's HP, who then hit back with a super effective Rock Tomb, which dealt half of Blaze's HP and lowered our speed.
Looks like we've hit a snag with Onix. Let's switch strategies. Dig with Bolt is a good option, as it's super effective against Onix's rock typing.
Is it, though? Bolt took a Rock Tomb for a bit of damage and a speed drop on the swap, and then dug underground. Unfortunately, Onix used Earthquake, which then hit Bolt underground for super effective damage and fainted him.
Bruno's Onix is proving challenging. Let's bring in Gus. Fly will be effective against Onix, and it should avoid any ground-based attack.
Fly was not effective and dealt less than a quarter of Onix's HP, and then Onix missed his Rock Tomb.
Since Fly wasn't effective, let's try Wing Attack. It should still deal decent damage despite not being super effective.
Yeah, sure, switch to the even weaker flying move. Bruno used a full restore on Onix, and then Wing Attack was not effective and barely scratched him.
This Onix is a tough opponent. Since our current moves aren't making much headway, let's switch to Aqua and use Surf to deal significant damage and hopefully take down Onix.
Okay. Onix hit Aqua on the swap with a Rock Tomb, which did a little bit of damage and lowered our speed, and then he also got to hit first on the next turn with an Earthquake. And then Surf hit for super effective damage and fainted Onix. Bruno is sending in a Hitmonchan next.
Hitmonchan is a fighting type, so Surf will be effective. Let's start with that to take advantage of Aqua's water type move.
Hitmonchan was faster and missed a Sky Uppercut, and then Surf hit for about a third of Hitmonchan's HP.
Nice break for us. Since Hitmonchan missed, let's keep up the pressure with Surf. Be ready to switch if Hitmonchan lands a strong hit or uses a move that could be problematic.
You mean like Sky Uppercut? You know, the move he just used? Because it hit this time and was super effective, bringing Aqua to less than a quarter HP. Surf then hit and brought Hitmonchan to about a quarter as well.
Aqua is in a tough spot. Let's switch to Blaze and use Flamethrower to finish off Hitmonchan.
Blaze easily tanked a Mach Punch on the swap, and then on his next turn hit his Flamethrower and fainted Hitmonchan. Bruno sending in a Machamp next.
Let's use Flamethrower and see how much damage it does.
Flamethrower did just about half of Machamp's HP before he hit back with a super effective Rock Throw and fainted Blaze.
Let's switch to Fury. Rock Slide will be super effective against Machamp's fighting type.
Rock Slide missed, and Machamp hit back with a Rock Tomb, which was not effective and lowered our speed.
Let's try Rock Slide again. If Rock Slide misses again or doesn't do the trick, we may need to consider a different strategy.
It missed again. Machamp's Scary Face missed too.
Damn it. It's time to switch up our strategy. Let's try using Earthquake instead.
Earthquake hit and brought Machamp to a quarter HP, and then Machamp lowered our speed 2 stages with a Scary Face. Machamp then healed up a little bit with a Citrus Berry.
Let's use Earthquake again to finish it off. This move should be powerful enough to take down Machamp despite its healing.
Thanks to the speed drop, Machamp hit first with a Cross Chop, which nearly took out Fury, and then Fury's Earthquake hit, bringing Machamp into the red as well.
Fury is in a tough spot. Let's use a full restore on Fury to heal up.
So we healed up, but Machamp just used Cross Chop again, which brought Fury right back into the red.
Alright, since Machamp's Cross Chop is hitting hard, let's go with Earthquake again. Hopefully this will be enough to finish it off.
Well, I guess we're ignoring the speed drop. Machamp hit first with a Cross Chop and fainted Fury.
Fury is down, but we have other Pokemon to bring in. Let's switch to Gust and use Wing Attack to finish off Machamp. Despite not being super effective, it should still be enough to take down Machamp given its low HP.
Wing Attack is super effective and took out Machamp. Bruno sending in a Hitmonlee next.
Hitmonlee is a fighting type. Let's use Wing Attack. It should be super effective against it.
Wing Attack was super effective and fainted Hitmonlee in a single hit. Bruno is sending in Onix for his final Pokemon.
With Onix as Bruno's final Pokemon, we can handle it effectively. Let's use Aqua and have it use Surf.
Why couldn't you remember that on the first Onix? Surf was super effective and fainted Onix. Bruno is out of Pokemon and has been defeated.
Fantastic! Bruno is down, and we've made it through another challenge. With our team in good shape, we're getting closer to the final battle.
Good shape? Half of our team is fainted.
My mistake. Take a moment to heal up and prepare for the next Elite Four member.
With the team fully healed up, we made our way into the next room to face off against the Ghost-type Elite Four member Agatha. Agatha has sent in a Gengar for her first Pokemon.
Let's switch to Aqua. Aqua can use Psychic to deal super effective damage to Gengar.
Dude, why didn't you just swap Aqua before the battle started? Gengar got a free double team in while we swapped, and then used Confuse Ray on the next turn. Aqua hurt himself in confusion and was unable to attack.
Alright, it's crucial to get Aqua back on track. Let's use a full heal on Aqua to heal from confusion.
Okay, Aqua was healed from confusion, and Gengar raised his evasion again with another double team.
With Gengar's evasion boosted, there's a chance Psychic might miss. Let's go ahead and use Psychic anyway, but be prepared to switch if Gengar proves too evasive.
Alright, well Psychic did hit this time and did over half of Gengar's HP.
Since Psychic is doing good damage, but Gengar's evasion is a problem, let's switch to Shockwave now. It will bypass Gengar's evasion and deal damage reliably.
Gengar hit first with a Shadow Punch, but it didn't do that much damage. And then Shockwave hit, bringing Gengar into the red.
Since Gengar is in the red, let's use Shockwave again to finish it off.
Agatha used the full restore to heal Gengar to full HP, and then Aqua's Shockwave hit for about a quarter of Gengar's HP. From here, Smart kept on spamming Shockwave for the next few turns, slowly whittling down Gengar's HP until he was fainted, prompting Agatha to send in a Golbat next.
Golbat is a poison flying type. Aqua's Surf will be effective against Golbat's poison typing, so let's use that.
Golbat hit first with the Poison Fang, bringing Aqua down to a quarter HP left, and then Surf hit, dealing over half of Golbat's HP.
Since Aqua is at low head, let's use a max potion to heal Aqua. After healing, use Surf again to finish off Golbat.
Okay, Aqua was healed up, while Golbat used an Air Cutter, which didn't really do that much damage. But then Golbat got a Confuse Ray off on the next turn, and Aqua hurt itself to Confusion.
Alright, Aqua is confused but still needs to stay in the fight. Use a full heal to remove the confusion and heal Aqua. Once Aqua is healed, use Surf to finish off Golbat.
Golbat got another Air Cutter off on the next turn, before fainting to Aqua's Surf. Agatha sent in an Arbok next, but there isn't really much to say for this one. Smart spam Surf while Arbok spam Sludge Bomb. Since Aqua was faster, we won the damage trade and fainted Arbok on the third turn, but it left Aqua pretty hurt. Agatha then sent in another Gengar and smart swapped in Gust. Once again, the fight started off with a damage trade, but this time Gengar outsped with Sludge Bomb, but Gust's wing attacks were hitting harder. But on the third turn, Agatha switched things up, putting Gust to sleep with a Hypnosis.
Since Gust is asleep, we should switch to another Pokemon to handle Gengar. Let's bring in Bolt. Use Thunderbolt to deal significant damage to Gengar.
Gengar hit Bolt on the swap with the Sludge Bomb, dealing half of his HP and poisoning him. Thankfully though, Bolt outsped the Gengar and fainted him with the Thunderbolt. Agatha is sending in a Haunter for her final Pokemon.
Bolt's Thunderbolt will be effective as Haunter is a Ghost Poison type. Use Thunderbolt to hit Haunter.
Okay. After taking a little bit more damage to Poison, Bolt hit with a Thunderbolt, which is just short of fainting Haunter, who used the Mean Look to prevent Bolt from being swapped out. Bolt took a little bit more damage to the Poison, putting him in the red.
Since Bolt is in a critical state and can't switch out, let's finish Haunter off with one last Thunderbolt. Bolt's status is precarious, but taking Haunter out will be the priority.
Agatha used a full restore and healed Haunter, and then Thunderbolt took Haunter back to the red and paralyzed it. Bolt then took poison damage and miraculously survived at 5 HP. I thought for sure he was fainting this time.
Let's go for a final Thunderbolt to finish Haunter. Since Bolt is in a critical state, we should focus on ending this battle quickly.
Thunderbolt has taken down Haunter, and you have defeated Agatha.
Nice work! Agatha is defeated, and we're making great progress.
We're going to speed up through Lance, but I'll explain why as we go through it. For once, while prepping for the battle, Smart asked me to check the lineup for the next battle before beginning the fight. Because of this, he had actually prepared a whole strategy, starting with Bolt to take down Gyarados with a Thunderbolt, swap in Aqua to Ice Beam Lance's Dragonair, back to Bolt again for Aerodactyl, which was the only one who even survived a hit and did any damage the entire fight, and then back to Aqua again to Ice Beam the second Dragonair and the final Dragonite. After the fight was over, Lance informed us that there was a champion to face, and it was none other than Smugriff himself. But knowing his team composition from the battle before Victory Road, Smart had formulated a plan, but not just any plan, a plan worthy of the title champion. Despite the plan, it would still be a tough fight, and it starts now with Bolt versus Smugriff's Pidgeot.
Start with Thunderbolt against Pidgeot. It's super effective due to Pidgeot's flying typing and should deal significant damage.
Thunderbolt hit first for super effective damage and nearly fainted the Pidgeot, but Pidgeot hit back with an Aerial Ace which didn't really do that much, and then Pidgeot was paralyzed thanks to Bolt's static ability.
With Pidgeot paralyzed and the red, follow up with another Thunderbolt to finish it off.
Smugriff used a full restore and healed Pidgeot before getting hit by another Thunderbolt, bringing him right back into the red.
Since Pidgeot is on its last bit of heap and has already used a full restore, use Thunderbolt again to finish it off.
Smugriff withdrew Pidgeot and then sent in a Rhydon, who was immune to the Thunderbolt.
Let's switch to a Pokemon that can handle Rhydon effectively. Fury with Earthquake or Aqua with Surf would be strong choices here. Which one do you prefer to use against Rhydon?
Oh god, please no. Don't start breaking right now. We're so close to winning. You have to choose, Smart.
Let's switch to Fury and use Earthquake. Rhydon is weak to ground type moves, so this should be effective. Switch to Fury and use Earthquake to deal with Rhydon.
Rhydon used Earthquake on the swap and brought Fury to just 3 HP left. We then used Earthquake, which was super effective and brought Rhydon to half HP, but then Rhydon hit back with a Rock Tomb and fainted Fury.
Damn it! With Fury fainted and Rhydon still in play, let's switch to Aqua. Rhydon is weak to water, type moves, so use Surf to take it down.
Surf was super effective and fainted Rhydon. Smugriff is sending an Exeggutor next.
Let's switch to Blaze and use Flamethrower to handle Exeggutor.
Flamethrower was super effective and nearly fainted Exeggutor, who then put Blaze to sleep with the sleep powder.
Since Blaze is asleep, let's switch to Stinger. Executor is weak to bug type moves, so use Twine Needle to finish it off.
Executor hit Stinger with an Egg Bomb for pretty substantial damage on the swap, but then Stinger outsped on the next turn, fainting Executor with Twin Needle, and then Smugriv sent in an Alakazam next.
Alakazam is a Psychic type and is weak to bug moves. Let's keep Stinger out for now and use Twine Needle.
Alakazam hit first with Psychic and fainted Stinger.
Switch in Bolt and use Thunderbolt. Alakazam is weak to Electric type moves, so this should be effective.
Thunderbolt hit for half of Alakazam's HP, who then hit back hard with a Psychic.
Use a Max Potion to heal Boltop and keep it in the fight.
We healed up, but then Alakazam hit Bolt with another Psychic, leaving Bolt with a third HP remaining.
With Bolt at a third of half remaining and Alakazam still threatening with Psychic, use Thunderbolt and let's hope it can take out Alakazam.
Thunderbolt was just enough to take out Alakazam. Smugriv is sending back out Pidgeot, who is a hit away from fainting from earlier.
Switch to whichever Pokemon you think is best for the situation and use the appropriate move to take out Pidgeot.
Dude, really? You gotta decide.
Alright, let's use Bolt with Thunderbolt. Since Pidgeot is nearly fainted, Thunderbolt should easily finish it off.
Smugriv healed Pidgeot with a full restore, before being taken right back down with a Thunderbolt. This continued on for a few more turns until he finally ran out of full restores and finally went down. Smugriv is sending in an Arcanine next.
Switch to Aqua and use Surf to deal significant damage to Arcanine.
Arcanine outsped Aqua and hit him for a third of his HP before getting hit by Surf for over 2/3 of his HP. Both sides used the same attacks on the next turn, but unfortunately Arcanine got the burn off on Aqua before going down to Surf.
Keep Aqua in since he's already burned and will be slower, but Ice Beam is the best move against Blastoise. Use Ice Beam to finish the battle.
Blastoise attacked first, using a Rain Dance to set up the rain, and then Ice Beam hit, which was not effective and did very little damage to Blastoise. Aqua then took burn damage, putting him in the red.
With Aqua low on Hop and Ice Beam not effective, it's time to switch strategies. Switch to Bolt and use Thunderbolt.
While Smart was right about the type advantage, I had to sit and watch as he swapped Bolt into a rain-boosted 100% accuracy Hydro Pump that absolutely destroyed him before he could ever make a move. A costly mistake, and with Gus as our only healthy Pokemon left, things weren't looking too great.
Switch to Gust. He's immune to water type moves due to his flying type and can take advantage of Blastoise's lower accuracy under Rain Dance. Make the switch and attack with Wing Attack.
And it also doesn't help that Smart is just spewing nonsense at this point. Gus managed to get a weak hit in with Wing Attack, but then fell to another rain-boosted Hydro Pump. We only have a sleeping Blaze and a badly hurt and burned Aqua left on our team.
Since Blaze is asleep and Aqua is no longer in fighting shape, we might need to consider using a Max Revive on Bolt to get back in the fight. Switch to Aqua and use a Max Revive on Bolt.
What? Where the hell did he pull this strategy from after talking about water immunity from flying types and Rain Dance lowering accuracy? Okay, I swapped an Aqua and used Max Revive on Bolt, and then Aqua went down to a Hydro Pump.
With Aqua fainted and Bolt revived, here's what we need to do. Switch to Bolt and use Thunderbolt. Since it's super effective and never misses, it's our best chance to deal significant damage.
You did it! Thunderbolt was super effective and took out Blastoise. Smugriv is out of Pokemon and has been defeated. To which I would like to say, congratulations, Smart. You are now the new champion of Kanto.
Thanks, we did it. That was one intense journey, but we came out on top.
With Smugriv defeated, we finally have an answer to whether ChatGPT can beat a playthrough of Pokemon Fire Red. And the answer is a resounding yes. Well, kinda. More like 21 copies of ChatGPT, all working together to troll me and make me hate life while coincidentally beating the game. So thank you guys for watching, I hope you had more fun than I did, and I'll see you in the next one.
That's right, Smugriv, run away. This is my house now, bitch.